let's talk about what is probably objectively the weirdest mammal on Earth, the naked mole rat. Now, while objectively this thing looks super weird, pretty much every other thing about this guy is weirder than its appearance. They are found in the Horn of Africa, largely in Somalia, Kenya, and Ethiopia. They spend pretty much the entirety of their life underground, and only a select few come up from their extensive tunnel system for a select few reasons. They're also the only known cold-blooded mammal, so they are ectothermic and they don't regulate their own body temperature individually. They have to do it from the environment like reptiles. They're also one of only two known eusocial animals, the other one being another type of mole rat. Now, eusocial is kind of the hive structure that is seen in ants, wasps, and termites. That's where they have one central queen that does all of the reproduction with a couple select males, and pretty much the rest of her colony is her offspring. And that is incredibly rare in anything but insects, and even among the insect world, it's not the most common thing, so it's quite weird that this mammal does that. And with the kind of eusocial structure and mammalian genetics, inbreeding is quite common, and so the genetic diversity kind of suffers. However, there is a solution to that by certain select males are bred to have the urge to leave their colony and go find new colonies in order to diversify the gene pool. Naked mole rats are also the longest lived of any rodents, with the oldest wild individual maxing out at, I think, 32 years. And the oldest captive individual is pushing 40 and still going strong. So we don't actually know the true lifespan of the naked mole rat, how long they can actually live in captivity without threats from predators. In that same vein, most naked mole rats don't actually show physical signs of aging. They don't seem to die from old age. Now, their genetic markers, there were a couple studies done that found that their DNA does in fact show regular aging markers, but the actual rodents themselves don't seem to age, and old age has not been a confirmed cause of death in, as far as I'm aware, any naked mole rats that we've seen. They're also immune to cancer. They just straight up cannot get cancer. Their cells have a very strong mechanism against it, which is being used in studies to try to prevent human cancers. And they just straight up do not have any pain receptors in their skin. They just don't feel pain from things like cuts and bruises and blisters and all of that. I'm sure they can feel pain from other things. It's just their skin, like if you pinch or something, it doesn't hurt. Which is, again, being researched to see what mechanisms they have to avoid pain and see if we can use it. And apparently they're capable of running backwards just as fast as they're capable of running forwards, which is just freaky.